focusing on the agenda for service quality and improvements in the logistic ecosystem. Our session is titled as Enhancing Service Quality in Multimodal Logistics. During the service provider session, we will assess the service quality provided by logistics service providers, ports, shipping lines and container terminals. Our goal is to explore strategies for service improvements and discuss customer-centric approaches to enhance the overall logistics experience. And to facilitate a meaningful discussion on the topics, I would like to invite all our dignitaries to join us on the stage. To begin with, first of all, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Biju Thomas, Managing Director, 7 Seas Global Express Logistic Private Limited. Mr. Biju Thomas graduated from MG University in Kerala and holds an MBA in Shipping Management from NPI Mumbai. After gaining experience with various shipping lines such as One Lines Taiwan and Hanjin Korea, he founded 7 Seas in 2001, which has since expanded to 21 offices across the country. He was recognized by the Economic Times as Leaders Tomorrow in 2012 and was honored as one of the top 10 emerging entrepreneurs of the year by CNBC TV 18 in 2013. Welcome, Mr. Thomas.
So my first question will be to Mr. Biju Thomas. We have two questions here. What are the service qualities that you bring to the table as a freight forwarder to retain customers? And second will be, how important is service quality in the freight forwarding business? Over to you, Mr. Biju.
Thank you, Captain Mohit. Before I come to the service quality and services required, I would like to define freight forwarding in a layman's language. We are nothing but a trumpet, beaten from both sides, and we are crying, but it looks like a song for you, music for you. So, why I said so is because we are actually sandwiched between the kind of, we rely on certain service providers like shipping companies, airlines, airport, seaport, customs, truckers, even God Almighty, the weather. And the other side, a customer which has got high expectations of services. He wants every container, every shipment go 100% perfect. But then, we get the beatings from the other side where most of the service providers, they don't care if they lose a customer. But then for us, losing a customer is a big deal, okay? So, service quality, if you don't maintain, there is no survival for a freight forwarder. The very survival of the freight forwarder depends on what's the kind of quality of services he delivers on the table to the customer. We often say, it's like a marriage when we get into a customer. A potential customer can be a career-long, lifelong customer for you, and it can be a one-time customer also to you. Oh, it's like marriage. It can be a lifelong marriage. It can be, the divorce can be offered, or you can divorce and come back also. So it is like, it's a very, very demanding area in the sense, first of all, we have to be extremely good communicators. Communication is the key service area for freight forwarder. Because we deal with number of other service providers, number of vendors, wherein we get hard facts which we have to package it in such a way that the customer doesn't get the tension, and we take all that, wrinkles. We say that we iron out all those wrinkles on the foreheads of the logistics managers of the ultimate customer. the exporters or importers. So number one is communication. Communication is not just a communication. It's not a cut and paste job at all. So we source the informations from the shipping lines, transporter, port, customs, everywhere, and then, we put ourselves into the shoes of the customer and completely make the communication in such a way that customer understand it properly and he digest it also. There are hard facts sometimes. You can have, ship not calling, your container getting offloaded, airline, losing parcels, customs delaying the clearances, shock cost notices. So there are so many issues which we face day in, day out, but then we have to convince the customer in such a way that he understands the problems, he get convinced that is a genuine issue, and then, pass that and he agrees to it. So the communication is the major area of services, and the quality of services has to be extremely good in such a way that everything what we communicate is crystal clear to the customer. Number two is the operational efficiency. So this is basically the team of people who work on the ground. The people who is on the ground, they move goods from the truck to the airlines, or from the customers go down to the ship. Need to be extremely careful and then work in such a way that they don't miss the vessel, they don't miss the flight. It is done on time, customs clearance is done on time, papers are moved on time. So that's one area where the quality has to be extremely good. So another area is, the efficiency of freight management. The freight is something like highly fluctuating today. So today you say X is the freight, tomorrow it can be even X by 2, X into 2. The freight, the ocean freight and air freight, it's fluctuates like a stock market sometimes. You cannot predict what is the freight going to be tomorrow. So in that situation, a freight forwarder has to be equipped enough to get the finest possible spot rates and pass it on to the customer. So that's where one of the other major area of efficiency in services lie. Then comes to the documentation. See, especially in the customs clearance, when it comes to, we are also one of the largest custom brokers in the country. We have 24 offices across India, and we have most of the offices do the customs clearance too. So that is one area where we have seen a lot of human error can happen. It is simply typing the whole page of, checklists, and there can be, we have seen a lot of error which is happening, and then we recheck it, and then, so we are trying to use an AI tool to make sure that the error is minimized, and human error is something which we should completely wanted to avoid. So only area we understand is the AI, where something is scanned, is automatically come into without even typed. It understands what commodity it is and what under what category it comes. So that's going to be the next level of services we are looking at on the documentation part of it. Then the customer service. So customer service, we feel experience makes a lot of differences. We are trying to put in the most experienced customer service person. There's a major link between the customer service and the end customer. So this link is basically, we have to create a very strong link by putting the right people in the right place. I always say, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. So you have to have the best of the flocks to give the right kind of services to the customers. These are the, quality of services that a freight forwarder should look into.
All right, thanks, Biju. Thanks a lot. So yes, we got it very clear that your main focus is, first of all, is a very clear and awareing communication with the customers to make them what is happening, why it is happening, and what you are doing to control it. Second will be operational efficiencies, including the documentation, avoiding the errors, and going to the minute details of providing to the customer as well as the customs. And also very important is the relationship building with the main lines to have better rates and pass that on to the customers. We also did get your sense of the peanuts and the monkey, but during my sailing days, we used to hear this, if you throw peanuts, you get monkeys. But what we feel is with peanuts, you can still get good assets. You just have to keep a beer by the side of the peanuts and you'll get all the assets with you. So you can still have good people with peanuts, just you have to add the value. Right? So thank you, Biju. Thanks a lot.
Adding to that, actually if you want to reiterate a customer with you, if you want to retain a customer for a very long time, you will have to build a reputation of good services. This, actually, to acquire new customer is a Herculean task today. So to acquire a new customer, you have to create a positive word of mouth, which can be created only through a efficient service, providing an efficient services.
Yeah, Biju, totally agree with that. As important as it is to have a good service provider, it is also equally important to have a good and a loyal customers today. So I totally echo that thought of yours. So thanks, Biju. Thanks throwing light on that.